there, and a win here would make it feel a whole lot warmer. So the question is, will they be able to do?
I'm going mad, but I feel like Movistar Core was a decent Anubis team at the end of last year. Just check the results. Yeah, they ended last year really well. And the lineup, it's the same, right? Isn't it the same? Minus.
When did they lose Alex?
Wasn't that summer last year? No, I think you're right. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yep, you're right. No, David G was cooling. It was after Martinez left that they had big problems.
Really? Because I think November 2023 was when the start. So we'll see. See what's gonna happen here. Just making it happen here. Mopals as well. Bomb going to be planted. Adams is on 1 HP. With bomb now down, this is a much more viable situation. 2 players without armor as well, though Joko doesn't seem to care. He's just landing headshots. Aim punch will be an issue, but it's double cave setup. So actually, if XRCs can get engaged in this fight, the Doolies really do feast here. There's the swing, there's the setup. A Mopaz has Doolies of his own. Armor or none, he's gonna make it happen, and there's just no way for Graffiti. So the bomb will stay planted, and Koi will stay in the win column.
We take those Mopaz. We take those. Can't blame 3D Max for getting aggressive and just trying to take fights. They didn't have a kit. They had to find the kills. A little bit ropey, but Mopaz. Had a great time. Well positioned for the afterplants as well. For the Iberian mix. And Romania. And, yeah. Eco now for 3D Max. I feel like a lot of teams are ecoing second as CT. There's no reason for that. Nothing's changed. My hunch is that because everyone's... It's like a spillover from everybody now ecoing second on T because of the loss bonus. With the plant money. I see it a lot.
Ooh, wait, what?
TK.
Okay, but that was a confusing moment. Little TK in there. All right, Graffiti at least getting a kill. Not the one he was hoping for. Sitting, we got 2 players on the fat 0 ADR. Never fun.
Did you get negative ADR for a team kill?
Not on our. No, you don't. It doesn't affect our stats, and also on our HUD, you don't even get the -1 kill. But on the Counter-Strike, on the Counter-Strike one, he's sitting on a fat -1.
Unlucky.
Bring back negative kills on the HUD. MC, get on it. Exactly. I want to see when a player should be ashamed.
We would never have had the famous U-Jerks -1 kill. It would just been 0.
Greatest Counter-Strike comebacks of all time. Joko. A little bit of a move here. The Maka can connect. Deleted. Headshot on. Nice move from Davig to ascend. Take the high angle. Do they have utility for Graffiti's position? He could punish, but the problem is he doesn't want to give it away. So he's got all these nades, and he doesn't want to pull the pin on any of them.
Keep an eye on the bomb. It's not with them. They can't commit.
Ooh, that is going to give Graffiti actually a chance to get down a smoke. Oh, he's going to push into it? Madman! Flashbang for it. Can't die. Can't die. He's just spotted all the presents. Graffiti, throw your nades. Throw your nades. Please, seal up a choke point.
It's okay. It's okay. They backed off. Nobody panic. I'm not sure Movistar realized they didn't have the bomb because they used all their nades. Everything. They invested everything. Now they're rerouting. And 3D Max have the read. They're on location, but they need the frags, and they are not coming. They had all the members there and offered no resistance.
That is a bit of a spectacular collapse. You're absolutely right. Should have been, based on the situation, looked like a bang-on read from 3D Max, but at the end of the day, you can have all the reads in the book. You still got to execute. Graffiti, fortunately, kept on all of this utility over on B, so they'll have a lot to work with in this next round, assuming he survives. But it's not going to be much around him. Should be able to get an upgrade. Yeah, he's got the AWP as well. So, I mean, it's a valuable save, but a save nonetheless, and that's going to be disappointing for 3D Max, considering that they did position the chess pieces in the right spots. Oh, don't fight, don't fight, don't fight. There's nothing to gain. There's everything to lose. Graffiti, that peak. Just sends probably $6,000, $7,000 worth of equipment that could have been used in the next round.
Of course, all our veto discussion also hinges on the fact that this is a huge advantage map for 3D Max. So
true.
This can't continue. Credit also to Davey G. That opening kill, Maka didn't even shoot.
Yeah.
It was an absolute clinic. It's a left eye peek as well, so...
Perfect crosshair placement, perfect swing, perfect tap.
Get better than that. It's so much easier to call when you shoot the first player in the head as well. I find that.
I would say that's generally speaking true. It's encouraged.
Very standard static round from 3D Max, given it's just the pistol. See if they stack a sight in the end here. Mac is leaning B at the moment. Minimap tells us an A split. Feels a heck of a lot more likely. Yeah, they need to get these troops moving.
One of the things that's interesting, that kind of rubs salt in the wound we've been talking about for Movistar Koi, how tough a season this has been that it's been a pretty good run for Saul on the other side of things, right? And, you know, if you're Movistar Koi, you actually look to poach players from them, bringing in Stododo and... Hold on. Yeah, everybody's here. This will get interesting. They won't. Adams will make sure of it. Bringing in Stododo and Just. Looking to reinforce from your comrades, and meanwhile, Saul restocked the cupboard with young players back in story, bringing in new jerks, bringing in Orostos, and they've been massively rewarded for it. So it's two different philosophies, right? Koi trying to bring in the experienced players, the proven players, and Saul looking to the future, and, well, we know who's had much better success off of it.
It's also, if you're a player, and you have the choice between the two teams, so say, you know, a Portuguese player maybe comes up, it's really good. He's going to Saw. No doubt about it. So yeah, I mean, it's a strange world if they're getting usurped by Saw. I'm quite confident Movistar Koi is still a much bigger organization, just as an outfit, but at least in their presence in Counter-Strike. Yeah, Saw has been on a great run, and they have a really strong fan base, actually, Saw. That's something else you also kind of sack. As soon as you kind of dilute your players between different countries, is yes, you might have more width, but your depth in terms of one place doesn't go as far. Nowhere near as far as Saw.
So another chance here for 3D Max to show us what they're about. As a team, their big moves on Anubis are the CT aggression, which, to be fair, is a lot of how a lot of teams like to play this map. But it is very much 3D Max's play. So far, they haven't really had a whole lot of success with it. They tried, you know, the pistol round to get active outside of B main. Got heat checked on it. Now these peeks in towards canals that they're attempting could be punished at any moment by Adams. Gotta be a little bit wary. Gotta be a little bit careful about it. Nice flash, nice peek. Lucky just dead to rights. Nothing he could do about it. So I'm gonna go for the double mid setup. But that means they pull players off of A. So if at any moment Movistar Koi try and take that space A main, they're gonna be in trouble.
Whatever 3D Max do, they're taking a risk from their perspective, aren't they? They have no info on mid. They've said 2 per site. And B site, at the best of times, is a difficult hold. Maka has plenty of util, but that will not last forever. And these rotates, they are so far off. These two guys here have so much work to do. Jocko up first, doesn't last long. Maka, so much work. Nothing done. Sight is gone, and surely this is a save.
This is a tough situation too, because it doesn't even feel like 3D Max are playing a bad macro, right? There's a lot of rounds where they're in the right position, Alan. There's a lot of mechanical. They're losing duels. The mechanical outplay is there. I mean, even in that fight in Cave, you could see Joko's trying to pre-adjust his aim to land the second headshot. He gets the dink, but WG jiggles, offsets his expectation, and in doing so, wins.
I think the round's already lost by that point. How do you hold on CT Anubis with no nades on B? It's kind of impossible. That first kill on mid, a second critical entry from Davy G. I imagine Lucky is sat there now thinking to himself is, why was I playing a wide off angle with no health, with no nades left? Why am I allowing myself to get picked like this?
This does feel like one of those situations in that 5v4, right? Where it's like you just kind of have to gamble stack one of the sites.
Yeah, well, as you said, I mean, their bread and butter is getting aggressive. The problem they had is when you lose Lucky in that position at the start, the only thing you know is Davy G's in mid and somebody flashed him. You don't know anything else. So even in death, you can get a lot of information for your team, but they didn't really have any there. So unfortunately, yeah, they should have just risked it, I guess. But they didn't have info to make a good guess, I don't think. They need to change the pace. They're just playing catch-up every round here. And here it comes. Check out B. Taking some earnest. They get some information. So hopefully they can rotate in time.
I like this a lot. Trades there for Exorcist, but he can't get the follow-ups. Now they're just going to come through. That's big trouble on. Mark has been here quick enough, but he's only got an MP9, so he doesn't fancy the long fights. And 2 players through mid. How fast? Ball down. Actually blocks their own vision. Ironically, I think that Molly helped 3D Max stay into this round. 2-on-2 now. Mopal's committed. Stadoto's trying to rotate off, but what does it matter? Mopal has the bomb.
They're biting.
Stadoto's faking the rotate. Oh my god, it's worked. How could it not? Why would they not expect this to be real? But now Stadoto's hoping for the canal drop. And Mopaz is going to plan on A.
Such a wide plant as well. You'd never risk that in a regular situation. That is salt in the wounds. Salt in the wounds. 3D Max, nothing is going their way.
Wow. Look, we painted this beautiful picture in the pre-match of how one-sided this veto was looking, how difficult this is going to be for Movistar Koi. And instead, Movistar have come out and given us an absolute masterclass so far at Anubis. 3D Max just can't get stuck in at all.
It's risky in CS2. You know, when you run an aggression like they did on B. 3D Max get aggressive on B. Get the info. The A players say, okay, we're alone for a bit. Lucky says, I'm going to smoke. Smoke. It's A main. They can't get through. But it's CS2. There's burst the smoke with a nade. You're going to see it again, but... I mean, maybe Lucky should stay unfazed, but... I don't know, pick your poison. Guess you got to fight in case they're coming with all their players. Rough game. And even on the frag count, they're not in these rounds.
Nice shot from David G. Once again, a 5v4 established from Movistar.
How many opening kills has he got?
It's just ridiculous right now. It really is. The aggression towards canals. Mopals is ready for it. They're getting a little desperate, right? These are very individual moves, which isn't that beyond the pale for 3D Max, but just nothing feels like it can work. They can't win a damn fight.
I think
David G's just doing everything.
Yeah, I think that's 4 opening kills with no deaths for David G. Never hasn't lost an opening duel yet. That's pretty wild.
I mean, Mopluz, right? Mopluz is like maybe the biggest temperature check for this team. He's 8-0. He hasn't died yet. He hasn't died.
He just comes in second every round. Davy G opens the site.
Oh. Stadoto hasn't died either. And he won't. And he won't this time. He will not. What do? Maka's gonna get walked down. Maka's gonna get walked down. They've heard the scope. They've got him dead to rights. There's nothing doing. This looks so totally lit for 3D Max. They feel like they're passengers. And it's Movistar doing all the driving.
They got 9 kills.
Mopaz is maybe like the riskiest player in pro Counter-Strike most of the time. And he hasn't died, Alan.
Say, it's just AVG opening up every round. He's never in a compromised position. Don't force 3D Max. Just digging yourselves a bigger hole. A second pause is in. Can't blame them. Wow, what did you even discuss? You tried your early round aggression. You tried some slow aggression like we had on that B main round. Double
this is
AWP,
Wasink
maybe?
coming in and being like, guys, we need like 3 rounds. We need like 3 rounds.
Oh, but that's all well and good, but how are you going to get them?
Yeah, I mean, that's a different story.
Get paid the big bucks for answering those questions. They need to get Maka on the move. If Maka was playing mid on a few of these rounds, he would kill AVG.
Be nice to give him the up again. It's going to be a question.
Yeah,
Considering what they've invested into this round. Oh, yeah, 100%. He's down to 1,150. They need some kills with these SMGs if they're going to be able to afford it. I mean, certainly they could also win a round. That'd be nice.
If I'm Movistar and I have a few officials, I would have been practicing on Anubis. I don't think there's any reason they should be a bad Anubis team.
No. It does feel like it suits them. The kind of aggression, the kind of risky plays that like a Mopaz thrives on. Speaking of Mopaz, there's his first death. Finally, an opener for 3D Max, and that's an upgrade as well. So they take a risk. They make a big move in towards Cave and the Canals drop, and it pays off. Mopaz finally gets caught. Now this push into B main, this is the big question. Everybody's here. And they are not gonna go further with that. Nope, nope, no way, no how. Joku gets the info, doesn't get punished for it. Maka's now here with the rifle. Good setup, but Maka just swings and it works. Okay, big risk, big reward. Maka does not want to stop fighting, and he is being rewarded for it. AK in hand, and Maka is holding court right now on the server. There's no time. They're just going to save. Stododo's going to have to back away. Maka has done it here, Alan.
Doesn't need the ult, does he? Wow. Okay, well. Needed a shot of adrenaline, didn't they? Restart the heart. They got one. They scooped weapons off the ground as well. And I don't know if that was raw confidence from Maka or it could have even been desperation the way he's taking some of those fights. It was so aggressive. Makes it work, but yeah, he threw the dice a few times in that round, that's for sure. I like this pause for Movistar. I don't think they played a terrible round. It happens. It's Counter-Strike. You've still got such a buffer. You've got so much money. Just relax. Talk it over. What are we going into this round? They don't need to change the game plan. It's clearly worked a lot so far.
I mean, that round, maybe the one critique you can go is that there was no one watching the canal drop, no one watching the window play, despite the fact that they knew smokes were up in towards mid. That's the critique, I'd say. That's what leads to things falling apart. But you're absolutely right, Alan. Things have already gone so well that if they can scrape 2 more rounds out of this, 3 more rounds, feeling like settled business. They'll put pressure on Exorcise. He gets damage, gets away. Molotov to survive for a moment, but it is just the CT incendiary. I guess I have to pick my words more carefully now. For the moment, 3D Max are holding up, but Lucky falls. First domino in. A guy who's had a real tough go of it. Dropped again in towards mid, and now they want to fight back. They want to brawl. 3 players here ready for the swings. That opens up space towards A. Mana with Exorcise now dropped. There's no one to protect A. There's no one to hold Adams back from this one. And as soon as he realizes that back, it's going to be Stododo following him in. Bomb
they need these guns as well. This round is over. They know they've lost. I think the bomb's going B.
They've
You for
actually
real?
made a misread, and it's still going to work out because
Yeah.
of the rotations they've pulled.
Okay.
They're streets ahead.
40
Oh,
chest
could
here.
actually cause a problem. This could be a
can
pinch back
definitely
in.
get a kill.
Oh, well, never mind. Joko gets something. He has a player relatively isolated. Could get this next, but he just wants the rifle and he wants away because he doesn't have any idea that there's no one on B. That this was, in fact, a viable potential clutch. It's not going to matter, ultimately. Money's going to be back in the toilet. They'll have this next buy, but past that, life will be difficult.
Mid has just been a graveyard for 3D Max this game.
It's lucky.
I don't want to.
Like,
Yeah, I don't want to
started.
pin it all on him because players have bad games. You have to adjust your play style. You can't.
Sure.
Or you know, somebody needs to say to Lucky even, you know, just play for info, mate. Just sit back, jiggle, sit on your nades. Let's at least keep 5 players alive. They've just lost so many jewels in mid. All of them. And clearly, you lose a player in mid, the map gets bisected, you lose the info. How many rounds have we seen where it's just 2 apiece on a site, or like we just saw in that round, they're trying to retake mid, but they're out of position.
Just to see this adjustment. Okay, here we go. Aggression in towards cave. The ops A main. We were talking about maybe moving the op in towards mid. That they haven't done, but Maka has shifted up his position, and it's going to work out. He's going to be rewarded early on. Able to back away as well. So now Movistar have taken 2 big blows early on. So looking a lot less pretty when you don't win the opener.
Orpay lets them play 2 rifles mid. So Ecstasies has come over to make sure Lucky's never left in a 1-on-1. Did I scoop the bomb? And they certainly have money, Movistar Koi. They can still go for this and definitely buy twice. So no reason not to.
Oh,
really no kill.
Great
That almost
from
works.
Joko. Yeah, the Glyph player nearly got caught. That would have been Ecstasies down, done and dusted. I think Barrel just got spotted from Stedoto. No, maybe not. He's turned away. But it's just Stedoto. Trying to punish the economy, at least, if nothing else. He's found 2. This is still a doable round. Oh, the slip into carpets is huge. And Maka catches Stedoto looking the wrong way. So, a second round at least. 3D Max. We said bare minimum was 3. They're going to get the chance to do it here.
I feel it was a bit frustrating that it took until round 10 before getting back to mobile on the AWP. Better late than never, I guess. And this is survival territory. If you're 3D Max, you're just trying to stay in the game, make it to the second half, win a pistol round, and try and build up off the back of that. We're a bit nervous with this pause. Okay, we're back underway. We're all good.
Oh, good indeed. What do we do here for Movistar Koi? Do they change things up? Do they get a little weird with it? They know that the op's potentially shifting over. It's just straight back in towards B. Lucky's gonna be solo dolo in mid once more. They're like,
The HUD
this
gone
worked.
mad, or are we playing 3-on-5?
Yeah, something's gone horribly
They're
wrong
all
here.
here. Okay.
No, we're fine. They've actually reconnected, but it's broken on the HUD. So they're not going to show up on the mini-map. We're not actually going to know where they are. Somehow Graffiti has worked his way all the way through spawn.
I think they're all 5 here.
You're right, they are. Exorcist has just picked up a double. This is going to make this a whole lot easier. He's apparently just locking things down, and now nobody can see, but Mock is connecting with that AWP, and they're still just flank developing for Graffiti. There's 1 man left alive. It's just Dodo, and nothing's doing here. This is the way 3D Max is supposed to work. Aggression out, giving them early information, and things looking good.
You'd be forgiven for thinking that was 3-on-5 with how that hit went. Not ideal. Bit of a pause here, I guess, as we reset the HUD. But yeah, recovery stations. And nice to see some of those players that had a rough start getting a bit engaged. There we go. Back on the server. And Lucky's on the board. Love to see it.
You do love to see it. Nothing worse than going in.
Why couldn't we have this 7 rounds ago?
Right?
Please. This is great.
Sometimes you just have to wake up. I mean, look, here's the reality of Anubis is we do expect strong T-sides, right? So, if 3D Max wake up here going into the break, if they've got some juice here, this could be enough.
Game feels competitive again. So that's the main thing. B-split clearly on the cards here for Movistar. Playing towards dark. 3 outside of main. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They've lost all the control towards dark. Stadodo. What the heck do you do now? 1 on 4? No saving. Can't make it past the first hurdle. 4 rounds in the end. Bit of a recovery on the backside. But is that enough? Heading into the second half. Second half, 3D Max up against Movistar Koi. This is the map pick of 3D Max. Not the best start for them, went way down early, but a late resurgence at least gives them an opportunity now. Heading into the fabled T-side on a map like Anubis, so always chances. What have we got here? Fast round for 3D Max. He split this B-bomb side. Mopos opens the scorecard first, but he will fall, and his teammates will three of them on the site proper. Adams might be on location, but can't find the frags. This pistol round has gone very quickly towards the way of 3D Max. Surely, even with these 2 kills, it's too much to ask. Stuck in the smoke, very awkward engagement. And there you have it. Pistol round for 3D Max.
Right now, this is looking so much more like the team we expected on Anubis, right? Those 4 rounds late, getting some sort of juices flowing here for 3D Max, managing to chain them together, doing enough. Now having the pistol right off rip here. This is... We weren't crazy in the pregame, folks. I swear. This is much more the track record now. And I think 3D Max is going to get to show us why they really do enjoy this map. So for Movistar Koi, you justified the first half, certainly. You justified the map pick for sure. You were really able to neutralize a lot of what 3D Max like to do on that CT side, but there are 2 halves of play. We need to see it again, and it's going to be a tough start. Attacking the right side. Depression. Not necessarily going to get results. The 1 kill, but that's all she wrote. And the MAC-10 getting 3, certainly going to make up for some of that lost money on XSEs.
That's what we're here for, though. Guns are out. Where do you go? This round's going to set the tone, because this has quickly become a very even game. Very quickly. And individually, Movistar, I mean, what was it? Mopos, something like 8-0. Stododo also went a long time without dying. Individually, the game's leveled up much more even. First half progressed. I don't think it's a given now that Movistar are going to win a load of opening duels. They're going to have to do this the hard way.
And exchanging towards mid. Stododo lost, though, keeps it even. 3D Max trying to deathball this. They do have the light sight. They do have just. The man alone, as the name would indicate, and they've overlooked him. They've overlooked him entirely, so he's just dropped this down. They were not prepared for him to be out towards the cake at all, thinking that he might have slinked in towards A main. They made a heavy read. Didn't count for other possibilities, and they are gonna pay the price. Lucky in the clutch. Back in mid. This place has been a nightmare for him, and it will still be.
And to dying to Davy G as well.
Dying to Davy G. Quintessential.
Did 3D Max have to commit? The problem they had was their lurker. It was lucky, wasn't it? You can see here on the mini-map. So far out, they commit A there because they know they've killed a mid player, and the second they rotate, so they feel like it's one, and they're right, but they didn't have their third player with them, so it's a tricky decision. Clearly didn't go their way. And now their money is gone. 2 Galils. Deagle as well. Lose this, and they are not far from going a map down.
Marker creeping in. Cannon scope now. They've got the right read. Again, these... 1 man alone here, but the aggression in towards canals means that there's going to be a timer on this. And Graffiti's trying to do a lot of work solo dolo in towards mid. They've heard footsteps in the canals approach, so they should know that there's issues here. And actually, with just pulling back, this is going to get super weird. Super weird. Graffiti's unable to catch. Now realizes there's 2 players in. Lucky on the flank. Oh, made a mare of that one.
His name is a misnomer, isn't it?
He's not had any luck on this map whatsoever. Now his players are in a nightmare situation. They get the bomb down, but they can't do anything.
Have you ever seen anything like that? They just no resistance, like 13 damage when they had a bomb plant and plenty of players alive.
Look, credit where credit is due for Movistar Koi. They did a great job. But that looked like the first half 3D Max where they have the idea, they have the macro. The call's actually great. The execution leaves so much to be desired. Like, the idea of having the late Canals peak is great. He should have caught 1 player, maybe even 2 if the timing had been a little quicker. The idea of having Gravity come through late in mid could have also worked. Would have maybe been better if Lucky had made first contact to distract at least. But... man, that's That's a tough break for a 3D Max, and I think that's why you see the insta timeout. It's like, guys, the strat worked. What the hell is happening?
Got to stay forward thinking though, and I'm not sure they'll be able to adjust the problems. They can't buy here. Of course, recent changes make the economy a little bit weaker in these situations too. About that full 800 plant bonus. So they can't invest, they can't even drop into an AK and get one out. Pistol armor at best, and even then it's just the one piece of armor. Util on Maka, so very light investment. Lobby Star poised to take 11 here for sure. Just need to hold firm, no mistakes.
This is a situation as well where, you know, it took you like 8 rounds to figure it out in the first half. Don't have that anymore. Don't have that buffer. Don't have that buffer whatsoever. Just gonna have to make do. You're running out of time. What are we thinking? One more real crack at this? Assuming that this eco doesn't work out?
Yeah, but it's... only one thing has to go wrong and this map is over. At least, as we said, the veto is favourable. So it's not like they're going into a horrid second map, far from it, but there are some warning signs here. 3D Max could be in trouble no matter the map.
Nice shutdown from Adams. In towards mid. He's got the bomb into his control, so if, you know, there were any way back into this, it's going to have to go through this mid. And he is not allowing any competitors. Wants the ace, and he'll find it. USP enough to deliver. Adams locks down mid. And Koi might have just locked down Anubis.
This is last chance saloon. I don't think 3D Max has called a bad T-side.
No! I don't think they called a bad CT side either. The craziest thing is, most of these rounds, I like what I'm seeing in terms of the idea, and then it just doesn't matter.
There's been a lot of rounds where you could pause it at the critical juncture and say, look at the minimap. Who's in the best position? It's like, well, it's 3D Max. They're stacking the right site. You know, if there's executed in here and they got the bomb down, plenty of players alive. Look again a few minutes later, a few seconds later, and it hasn't ended that way.
It just feels crazy. Okay, here's the gun round. This is the all-important gun round, and it started out beautifully. Aggression came through from Movistar Koi. Aggression has been punished. You have the 5v3. Could realistically see Koi go for this kind of a gamble stack. That's exactly what they're doing. They're putting 3 players on A. Either they come A, and we win, or at least have a chance to win, or they go anywhere else, and we save. Extremely reasonable call. It's going to be the save option. And I don't imagine we're going to see 3D Max hunt up too much since their own money is so tenuous. But it just feels bizarre that for a team like 3D Max, where ordinarily these players are so willing to bet on their own mechanical skill, to bet on themselves in a duel, and often they're right, that this one's just been such a sleeper.
It's been flat. Of course, Lucky's the easiest player to look at here, but don't forget that Graffiti's meant to be the prospect for this team.
Yeah?
And that hasn't transpired either. I mean, it's Maka. Maka played a great first half, especially towards the end. He also had the round where he scooped the AK. About Maka and Jocko, this isn't competitive at all. This is over.
Still the first step. The first step. It's not a massive lead. Beauty of MR12 is you don't get these massive leads as consistently. It's not as much room to rumble. 4 rounds, all they need. Problem is they'll have to do it the hard way, right? You gotta crack the eco like 3 different times. Certainly,
It's hard every round. The lost bonus going up. Movistar also, they're not going to throw guns into the fray chasing retakes. But that is good. Okay, page out of the Movistar Coity side book. Get aggressive in mid, scoop an entry, and now force Movistar to make some bad decisions. Look at them. All the forces now coming off mid. It's just Mopaz on this side of the map.
He's in trouble. Molotov's timely. Rotation from Temple, but they're not looking the right way. And even with that 1-for-1, there's this follow-up. Graviti has done his work in this one. We were just calling his name, just wondering where this young star could be. And Graviti answers the call. Flashes to set him up in towards mid, and then a 1-2 punch in towards the A site. That's nicely done. That's decisive play from 3D Max. That's the way it's supposed to look. Movistar onto the save. 3D Max 8 rounds.
Slowly but surely. That's what this is all about. Perfect util into mid. Adams called in transition, and then as said from there, 3D Max is just in such a horrid, but obviously Koei just in such a horrid position that 3D Max can exploit, and they indeed do. Free to go. Still plenty of gun rounds to come, but that CT money is starting to waver. This buy will be good. Maybe one more after it with saves, but that Fred is starting to run out. Running out of reserves.
Lucky, under pressure, under siege here. Can he get anything out of this? Want to run him down, at least for the moment. He has repelled them. So actually, look, he doesn't get a kill, but that is success for Lucky. Not dying, pushing them back in towards B. That is success. Do they stay there? That's a different question. Davig looks like he wants to get aggressive again, but he'll think better of it.
Still fine at the moment. I mean, they also, because 3D Max react by pressuring mid and A. Look how much util they got out of the defense. It's just mollies now. Alright, what's the call? Clearly gearing up for an A hit. Aggression though, Stododo gets one catch. The gig is also up. Is there any util here to hold off? Doesn't look like it. Just is going to face. He goes down. Adams has a lot of work to do. He needs to win fights. And multiple of them. One found. He's getting swarmed. Oh, that's big damage. Okay, he's done his job.
Has indeed. Sonora's followed up here. Graviti, what do you got? What do you got? What are you cooking, young gun? Got the first. 2 more. 30 seconds. There's time. There's time to cook.
David bomb. And the Graviti's got no nades.
But he can isolate this fight with Stododo potentially. Stododo recognizing that that was the risk actually backs off. So it's instead going to be Davig. Graviti's just walked it. Reclaimed it. He's going to risk the plant. That's going to bait them out. But they've given footsteps and they realize he's off of it. And in the meantime, Davig walks right up. Ah, that feels like experience coming through. And Davig lets him know it at that.
That could be the death blow. That could be it. Adams here is in a lot of trouble, actually. I don't know if that was a bad flash. Because he was wide. Yeah, there are many worlds where Adams doesn't get a kill there. He managed to get 2. And I think it was a dink onto the 3rd. That is massive work from the young gun. And now 4 chances. That smoke intentional? Surely not, right?
Yeah, no. Definitely has to be a miss. I think that was supposed to be a lineup for the mid
No
doors.
way.
It's worked out. I don't think the Mopaz could see him over.
No,
I think he was
yeah,
just
I
spamming
think
it.
it was meant to be on the kind of the doorway without the doors. The Jocko was just looking there.
You know what that was, though? That kill from Mopaz? Was Mopaz thinking, what would I do with this smoke? and then spamming it. Sometimes you want to take advantage of your opponent's mistake. Magazine. Coming back in, pressure on for these A players. You can see the adjustments. The Dodo's trying to come up to reinforce, but it is A that they want to get to. Here's the split. Exorcist has got the space. Molotov to apply pressure. The Dodo, an all-important kill, but they might be pushed out of this. Yeah, they don't want to give up the numbers. So they will concede the bomb plant while they wait for WG's flank to come through. Extra Molotovs, tons of utility here. And Maka still finds the frag. Bomb down, but now in a lot of trouble. Maka close up! The no-scope! Where'd it go? How does he still connect? Can't get the second round chambered in time. It's all unlucky, and there's a timer on this. The first one found the flick around. Lucky comes alive.
Must be out of ammo, right? Surely.
Must have been.
He's dead to right. Just has that kill every day of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is snatching survival from the jaws of defeat. I can't believe they're still in this game.
I can't believe Maka's first no-scope missed. Where did it go?
Yeah, I have no idea either.
The gun barrel's in his chest. Where did it go?
3 rounds. And if you win this, you break the Movistar money. This is doable. They need to keep a clean head.
You've had the impossible round. You've had the miracle round. It gets easier from here on out. Oh, what WG?
Keep your gun out. Keep your gun out.
You thought about the nade pop. You thought about the nade pop, though. And walk into him. Gets the second as well. WG looking for a rifle. Looking to regain. And he's somehow still alive here. Exorcist under pressure outside the canal. He's slipped out on the pizza, but he's going to overlook Moplause. And it all falls to Lucky. Does he have 2 in him? He already did 1. 1 nigh on impossible clutch. Has he got another? What have you got on the timing? Can you build here, Lucky? It's been such a tough
I'm stunned
game.
he's even looking this way.
He's got the read. He knows where's the push gonna come through. He's got the read. Every step. And he knows where the next player is. Look at this. Look at this assumption. Here's where I can be threatened. Here's where I can be pressured. Here's where the issues can happen. Smoke to skip down. To secure this bomb, knowing he's up against the Opera as well. He's playing this so differently than you would against a rifle. And he's going to be able to slip the gap. Wary of the stairs peak here, but Storaro had no intention of this. A lot of utility picked up en route as well. Really calling his shots here. That Molotov is B main.
Never looking the wrong way in this 1-on-2.
Talking to the Glyph. It's going to be a tough clear. Storaro does have a molly though, Alan. The molly could be all the difference. This comes down to time. He doesn't want to reveal his spot. And what a shot! Oh, the clutch. That will not be such a close attempt from Lucky, but it will be Movistar Koi securing Anubis, moving up 1-0 here, conquering their opponent's map pick at that, and setting themselves up nicely in this series.
So well deserved. So well deserved, and obviously we came into this map and said, you know, who are the star players? It's not so obvious on this team. Should Adam be the best player of the last 3 months? Well, in this game, Davey G was the best player on the server. And in terms of impact frags, take your pick. He won.
Graffiti again? I think, honestly, eyes on Lucky. Because he had those 2 really nice, the clutch and then the almost clutch right at the end, right? After having 1 kill for so much of the game.
He's ending the rounds, bro. He just needs to make it there.
I want to see it. I want to see him cook now. I want to see the rebound. Find some confidence, make it happen. I believe.
I want to see what happens when Movistar don't get entries on the T side. What happens when Davey G isn't opening up every round? Now to fall back on their structure, play more after plants, and get a little bit more tested because that first half was a bit of a cakewalk. On Anubis, here we go then. Nuke underway, first play going in backwards. Got to take the flak. And he most certainly does. A lot of flak being taken. Already 2-man to the lesser.
Down the go. Predator on. Storaro the one, but he didn't expect the second. And Lucky, here we go. Impact early. Not waiting a long time to get involved. He's there off the rip, Alan. This is exactly what we wanted to see for Lucky.
It's good. Just individually get some confidence up. He's not a bad player. He didn't have a good first map, but kind of rattle his series. Nor should the team be super rattled. No investment here from Movistar. They'll buy again in the following. Bit of nadage on Stododo, I guess. Nade onto door. Smoke out in front, maybe. Maybe they do, but they've been getting that bomb down the vent.
And he still clears. Takes Joko a second. He's like, is that a player? Is that a player? Oh, it's everyone. Joko with the A's. Snapping up those ecos. Yum, num, 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 num.
Who took the eco ace on Anubis?
Adams. In towards mid. We've now had 2 aces in this series.
This one was juicy. When he peeks in there, you're like, oh, yes. Yes. Go to town. And he does. Alright then, we're on the guns. But there are 3 SMGs in the mix for the defense. Clearly no AWP. So, compromised, we'll say. The weaponry, and wow. Movistar Koi, they know it's no AWP. Face outer. I can't believe Mac is still alive. Surely gets swarmed. How is he not dead?
No clue. Divine intervention. He's certainly making no secret of his continued presence here. Footsteps galore, but actually that might allow Joko the space to go. They've got another player along with him. Aka finds the one, but his reinforcements, they are unforced.
They can just pump the brakes here because Mopos is down the vent. He could come up secret if he likes. Guess Maka knows they've lost lower. No, he's going to push the lobby. This is good though. Bring Mopos up, play together, double peek all the angles, and just go down as a pack.
They're moving. They're schmoving.
This could be a save already, you know. As soon as they hear the double doors.
Yeah, I mean,
Graffiti can
no
get
kits.
an AK.
I don't know if one's recoverable. Graffiti's gonna get in position to do something about this. Actually, if he catches the timing, right now no one's looking his way. Eventually, they're gonna have the internal block. Well, the vent player swings back. Okay, Davi G figures it out. And that should be it. That should be it. What are you even trying, Maka? Giving up your life here. Nothing saved through.
They needed those guns,
on the
didn't
board.
they? It's going to put someone on a FAMAS you'd have thought. Yeah, I mean, Graffiti did get a lot of space. There's many worlds where he does get a catch. But reflecting on the early part of this round, I love the call from presumably Davey G just to get aggressive and take fights. Of course, a little bit stunned that they couldn't kill Maka, but the call was good. The call was good. And now 3D Max. Well, they're going to buy, but it won't be perfect. Has Maka DC'd? Yes.
Oh. Bomaru should have him back soon, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Then we'll have to fix our HUD. Get the toolkit out, Alan. Needs a tune-up.
That's what I do in my spare time. Is tune up these HUDs.
Anytime Alan isn't on the cast, and sometimes when he's on the cast, he's off on the HUD machine, working away night and day, screwdriver and wrench in hand. It's a hard-working man. Get out the hammer.
Up.
Get out the hammer, Alan.
I am.
All right.
I work my feet whilst we're on camera as well, just to keep it going.
That's,
where are we at in
we
the
all
other
wear
games
lots
then?
of hats here.
The other game was in overtime. Yeah, Sinners have just beaten Rush B 19-17. An hour and a half. Best of 3 in CS2 is sorry, best of 1 is a statement.
And who is standing in for them? with Neofrag.
I did have a look. I don't recognize the player. Morisco, who I'm not aware. He is Czech, so presumably this is a long-term prospect for the team. He played for Enterprise and then beforehand the Entropic in their various iterations.
And actually, is there a second stand-in? I see AJTT isn't playing either, so you've got Majki
Oh, you're right.
and
Yeah,
Morisco.
yeah, you're right.
So big changes potentially coming into the Sinners camp. Looking at these
Majki,
guys, Majki is 21, Morisco 23. So they aren't exactly complete unknowns, presumably within their scene, but could be very fresh faces to this level of competition because I don't recognize either.
It's rough though, making this many changes mid-season. Especially essentially mid-tournament here with the groups and the playoffs. So, yeah, I mean, they just need to survive that series and keep on playing. Elsewhere, Aurora have lost the first map. They lost it 13-7. Wow. And only got one T round on Mirage.
What's a little concerning? I mean, we saw a sort of lights out Aurora earlier in this year in a lot of moments. I mean, they had some good runs, some good momentum. And I got to say, I mean, they're headed towards Jönköping next week. This is a team that could use a build-in, could certainly use a Pro League spot. And losing to a Perivision that's trialing a player, essentially, not ideal.
Oh, they need Pro League as well. Matters so much for this team. And maybe of any team in the world at the moment, the disparity between their ceiling and their floor is pretty big. They have so much skill. I mean, it's off the charts. When Result came into this team, he's such an incredible pickup because he's so stable. He can play roles that nobody else wants to play, and he thrives in them. And it doesn't appear like he takes up a lot of space, which obviously on a team like this, Deco, Lack is a caller, maybe Kenzie as well. They're the focal points in terms of the resources. So when Result comes in, you're like, wow, okay, this team was almost top 20 end of last year. Now, surely the sky's the limit, but hasn't quite transpired yet, has it?
You ready for me to try this a third time, Alan? Ah, it worked! 3-3, baby. I got the magic. I even just mentioned it, and the server started again.
They
put the fear into these servers, man. Got that magic, man. Joko trying to take some space. He was just trying to catch a player sneaking through the smoke, right? Trying to catch the Mopaz play, basically. But Mopaz wasn't here. Mopaz was elsewhere. So no Mopaz play just yet. They do want to punish ramp, though. It's going to be all into Joko. Lone man, no one even in heaven to rotate in to help him. This is Joko or bust, and he is so blind. But they hesitate and still get the kill. Could have been worse for him. Adams collected in the lobby push, still lower a game. The rotation in from 3D Max. That one kill from Maka might have given them enough confidence to go for this.
They need afterpawns. They desperately need afterpawns. They don't have ramp anymore. And Lucky's going to clear that out soon. I don't think staying on the site here is a good option. I think they should go in for control or double doors or something. But they are committed. And really, okay, a save. Wow. 3D Max, they feel like their money is on such a precarious edge. They're not even going to give it a look in. I mean, you at least normally see teams poke and prod a bit, don't you? And see if they get a frag, they'll go. They didn't even get that far.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, a little awkward on that. It also is going to call into question the ramp setup. Just initially. I mean, if you looked at that map, or at that round, right, there were 3 players committed in towards A, which means that even if you're the ramp player, even if he was playing it safe for Joko, you're not going to get any reinforcements. It's going to take way too much time. Even if you're playing Hell or you're playing for the drop-down ramp, you're just going to have to concede. A lot of teams will play in such a way that their offers either in Hell or Heaven, so that if there's presence in towards ramp, they can shift back to support, and that's not how 3D Max were set up. Then they'll leave Maka there with that AWP. Graffiti gets aggressive. He takes 2 as well. Oh my goodness, Graffiti. The lobby crunch has had great success. It wasn't a full-on crunch. It was more of a poke and a prod, and the poke and the prod has had some success here.
Strictly speaking, this is an eco, though. They've ecoed around the garden.
This is pistols. That's madness.
This is incredible. Wow. Did Graffiti... I didn't even see any util to distract. I don't know if they flashed in hut or something, or made noise ramp, but he just went for it.
Yep. That's why he's my player to watch.
True hero of our time.
With a Thomas. Incredible. Or, as he would say, incroyable.
Sometimes you just need your star players to win star player rounds. I mean, you can have all the strats in the world, you can have all the prep in the world, but you never account for that. Nowhere in the Movistar game plan was getting pushed in squeaky early, losing players and then losing a round to a save. Well, this is a response, isn't it?
Yeah. Just walk out on a day, kill everybody. Plant bomb. Good luck. Save round. Go next. Still dead. Still, this should be a save. I think they're going to go for it, and I think it's a mistake.
How on earth can you justify this retake after saving on the last time?
Yeah. Choco's realizing it. It's like, guys, I didn't want to do this. They took 1 foot over the edge, decided, you know what? Maybe not. And decided to jump on in.
I've enjoyed David G's calling this. It's really decisive. He's not scared to make some big calls.
What's collapse?
Oh, yeah.
It gets
kills
both
them as well.
All right, Maka, and he survives on 1 HP. That is maximum style points.
Check out the money. It's a disaster for Movistar now.
Actual maximum style points. Double leg shot. Survive on 1 HP, slip away. That's sick. That's like the cool guys don't look at explosions. Exit kill.
Like drop and everything.
No, I'm still
Listen,
here.
if 3D Max win this round and Movistar do not plant, double eco. This matters. A swing round, as we like to call it.
That's a nice swing. Certainly from Lucky, but I think he's missed Adams. Oh, it's gonna get weird. Graviti, somehow aware, cognizant, but he doesn't have an AK in his hand, so it doesn't much matter. Pressure on. A clear out here. Exorcist is next to... What is this round? Just down. The last default's a no-scope. What? What was this round? They were next to each other in mini. What is happening, Alan?
Yeah, well... Yet again, so Adams pushes, knowing that Lucky's out in the open. He comes through, and then off the back of this, all of his teammates are like, oh wow, we need to get on this site as fast as possible and help out.
It's the back in from Exorcist while he's fighting the guy's center site that's insane to me. Knowing that Adams is there, because his teammate is literally actively hunting it, and it had been called. That's crazy. I can't believe that works out for 3D Max.
Yeah, here's your double eco as well. That's not a good start. Oh, this half could go south thick and fast for Movistar Koi. Let's have a lower rotation, 3D Max. Okay, Jocko coming near now.
The one. He can get overwhelmed. He does get overwhelmed. This is a little uncomfortable now. Molotov down. They're going to be able to secure the plant. This is already a successful round, considering what they brought into it, considering they lost the immediate kill. Now this is a tough retake. Graviti chasing. Ring around the rosy here. Even then, they're at the mercy of Stododo, but fortunately handle it. Still, this ain't done. Okay, it's done now. Mopaz, what do you got? What kind of cheeky Mopaz play can you pull here? No, you cannot. Nice attempt. Defuse on. All good, but I would say that's a successful round for Movistar Koi.
Yeah, they'll take that. I mean, it's a full force buy, and especially now with the bomb. The bomb money changes. There's no scope here for an investment. Will have to be another eco. Movistar Koi first pours out from them. It's T-side nuke. You can lose some rounds. It's not the end of the world, but don't let this slip out of control. Who's playing well? Maka's looking good again. Lucky. Give him some credit. I mean, he had a very troublesome first map, was losing a lot of opening kills, but now he's stabilized. 7-1. Feeling a lot better about life.
Dropping for you. Gravity got 2. They did get down. They did get down with the bomb, but there's Joko here to deal with it. Okay, Joko. That was ambitious from Stododo. Hoping that he was out towards ramp, maybe not recognizing where he'd been shot from. Now it's just a potential threat onto isolated players, and Adams... How do you get anything out of it? One from a stone, and there's none to give. 3D Max, tack on a 6th.
Let's see what was discussed in that pause. Let's see. It's been quite an aggressive game outer from 3D Max, so I wonder if Movistar will change the pace. It's not a given that you have to just throw cross smokes at the start of the round. You can burn 30 seconds, you can just run a default and sit back. Here, though, they are going to do just that. Immediate smokes. They need to make use of them. I don't necessarily see what's being achieved with these nades already. It's, what are we going to do? Fake an outer wrap and then hit inner?
Seems like it's going to be. Playing for many. This is what they're going to try and do on the smoke fade on the door.
There's nobody on the side proper. If they still want to play here, they win the round.
Oh, actually, see, that's so important. That's the swing round. That's the swing kill. He's going to be burned. Yeah, he's dead. Just commits to his death, hoping they'd swing into him. They will not. So, 100-0 burn in there. But the bomb gets caught down below. Joko was ready for it. Now they have to try and recover it. C4's in the grasp of Joko. Graffiti's chasing to make sure there ain't no way. Adams once again last alive. Still not going to make the difference. Graffiti has got him.
This is falling apart.
Just looking lackluster, isn't it?
Yeah. Where are the decisive calls we saw early in this half? I mean, such slow rounds. Kind of relying on 3D Max to make a mistake, really. And individually, they're in a very different place to what they were on that CT side of Anubis. Can't take it for granted you're going to get many opening kills anymore. And yeah, Graffiti's starting to spool up as well.
All right, techies, what do you crack through? I'd say the one vulnerability we've had in the setup so far has been ramp. Straight up ramp plays have been something 3D Max have struggled to deal with. The retakes on towards lower have been very good, which is nice, but we've seen some vulnerability here. The vent drop, not so successful. The squeaky fight, not so much. Out hut, not so much. Outside, not so much. So, if you're gonna run a fast play with pistols, I think there's only one place to go here, Alan.
Perhaps. Factor in the mind game, though, that 3D Max, they know it's a half buy. They know that ramp worked earlier on lesser investments.
Ramp, 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 ramp.
I think 3D Max might even play double ramp. Let's see. But yeah, this CT side has been pretty formidable so far. They've got so much money. They'll be buying 12, whatever happens, come what may. Let's see if Movistar can get anything done on these pistols. Same opening yet again. Cross smokes down. And is there a gap? I think there is. Gonna be an inner fake into ramp, I'm pretty sure of it.
It's an interesting one. Link up. If they could get this kill, that'd be massive. But Moplus has it instead. Worth the price of the exchange. Now they got this control lowered. The question is, can this all shut them down? And no, the answer is very much no. A retake here is even going to be a challenge. Dodo slips back to his lobby. Did he get spotted? I can't tell if they saw him. I think they did. I think they're aware. Dodo's still going to get that kill unlucky. Just a follow-up. With this bomb ticking away, Moplus now with a rifle in hand is such a problem. Mark is committed. But how does he get this round back? He doesn't, is the answer. How is this the round where quite cracked through?
Can't believe it.
I should be a coach.
Can't believe it, yeah. Well, there are a few more layers to it.
Nah,
but it was ultimately ramp. It really worked, though, because their inner fake pulled... Maka was solo ramp. He was playing deep on the back boxes. They fake inner, and Maka pulls all the way into hell. If you could use piece of util, one missed shot from Maka, and they're straight down onto lower. Mopos got down the vent in the middle of it and got an opener. That is the round winner. Scoops the AK as well. So, Movistar can get 5. This is the match. Free Max are not going to move an inch. Lucky's calling to them, guys. These outer smokes are fake. Nobody's coming secret. Do not move from A.
I'm moving right now. Just stuck, stop, still. Siege drops down, really commits into the fight, and it works out for him. Off the Molotov. That actually cause problems.
Why
I don't
commit
know why
one player
Adams
into
is
the
going out
fray?
and no one is.
That felt needless. That could be a route back into this. Still so slow. Make a decision, Movistar.
I'm gonna have some questions after this one. I don't know if you're gonna have answers, Alan, but I'm curious. This one's nothing doing, just being forced back by nades, by that, and we are headed to the half. So we're into the second half pistol here, Alan. But I need to talk about that final round. What? It was a full upper execute, it looked like. Adams swings out, clearly thinking that was the case. And they just let him die. No one else moved. What?
Well, you've actually the opposite here because everybody's committing. This is what it's meant to look like, and that's how it's meant to go. Take a lesson, Movistar Koi. That's how you hit inner.
Bomb has been planted.
I just... Like, is it... I would think it was a miscommunication and Adams was the player who misunderstood.
It's like...
But they threw the execute.
Yeah. So they were... I think... The plan was definitely to hit inner. But the CT's got off quite a lot of counter nades. You know, smokes down onto space like Squeaky, maybe a molly as well. And anybody can call cancel. It's an important thing in a team. Everybody needs to have that power. And whoever went in first, I think it was Adams. Either he should have called cancel or somebody did and he didn't hear it, or someone had to make a decision there. And if one was made, it was not radioed into the whole team. That is for sure.
Terrorists win.
This feels like Inferno. Definitely does to me.
Yeah, it does. We questioned, you know, which 3D max are we gonna get. We're getting a much more decisive team. We're getting an activated team. Certainly, if you look just at Lucky's individual performance, dude goes from having 1 kill for 90% of the map to dominating right now, 10-3. He's having a brilliant one. Graffiti's having huge moments. The underperformers are overperforming now, which is always nice to see. But also, the team as a whole just looks very snappy from the get-go. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can see at the end on map 1, it wasn't like they're getting slammed in duels. It was more like systemic mistakes or whatever. Getting cleared, yes he is. He's traded. And Rampant is now open for business.
Type little detail of Lucky getting rid of the Mag-10. No free guns.
They've got 3 players on right area here. Oh, this could get frisky.
Just let's get through the smoke. Adams connects on a headshot. Hold on. That was through the smoke as well. I don't know what kind of vision he might have had or not. Joker's up further than they expect. Just makes a play. Just dies. Fails to adjust in time.
Wow. Should take up stand up.
I need a... Didn't.
They're going up the vent.
Hold on. What? This is
I want to go A.
This gives Stododo such an advantage in these fights compared to...
Yeah. He's playing it so well as well. Look, he's just backed out and said, I'm going to sit at the top of the vent. You're not coming up. You will not pass.
So they have to go back down. Adams has the rifle here.
Time's a big problem. They can rush the site on the plant here.
That's what's going to happen. XCCs has to keep his teammate clean. They do commit. They do read this. And then the player in towards singles. Stododo's got a gun now, though. And he's back up and he's away. And Adams is connected. It all falls to XCCs. And he knows he's being pitched. He knows. Coming from both sides, and Stododo. What a master class from Stododo of just not giving up your life, using your positioning to be such a threat onto 3D Max. That's, I mean, it's only 2 kills in sum total, but that is a really nice round from Stododo.
You won't see it in a frag movie or a highlight play, but he's just done so much to keep him in this series. That is a big round. That's a really big round. 3D Max's money is a disaster. They'll have, what, just over 2,000 in the bank on a lot of these players. Somehow they've mustered 2 AKs, but surely that's come at the compromise of 2 players. Yes, it has. Lucky, XCCs, and Jocko have no armor. Maka, Graffiti especially. Time to prove you're a star player.
Alright, Graffiti. Not gonna happen here. Wow. Just gets his bell rung through the smoke. Complete spam. Actually unfortunate on this. XSC is trying some desperate shots of his own. Buzz is low, but Adams not so much. Continuing to connect. This is looking like a bit of a non-starter here for 3D Max.
They also don't have the bombs, so even if they cross secret, no guarantee of a plus. Wow. Yeah, that's both the rifles, mag and the body armor gone for nothing. There's no way to break a crossfire without body armor. Movistar just need to play together.
All right. Lucky clutch.
It's just no time, surely, right?
Yeah, I mean, the bomb's too far away.
They also need to die, they need to go.
Joko's gonna
I
save.
don't think this save is worth it. He's got no body armor.
That's crazy. With the glass cannon, he's gonna save this rifle? Presumably this forces one of his teammates to buy up. He's gonna drop the gun over to them. They're not just gonna run a glass cannon AK. So that means 2 players are gonna be a little bit low when their next buy comes through.
They need a plant. And even then, with the lesser money.
This has put them in an awful spot. When saving goes wrong. A counter-strike story.
This game is more even than it might appear on the scorecard right now. Yeah, check it out, Mac is... Presumably he'll scout first, the next gun round. It's a mess. That's an expensive haircut.
Yeah.
More than I pay.
I only get one expensive haircut a year. That's a whole lot.
Do they ask, why has it got blue bits in it?
For that haircut, yes.
And you just say, Vegas, baby.
Have you heard of charity? Have you heard of the Mustache Masters? And they say no. But 1 year.
You need like business cards to hand out.
It's just a photo of my bald head.
Yeah.
That's the business card with the website on it.
I'd buy that.
Honestly, pretty effective. Ooh, you know what else is effective? Is that smoke spam and nade combo. Good damage done. Sets it up nicely for DaVG. Just knocked down the Eeks. They don't have armor, except for Maka. And Maka is gone. Joko is trying not to follow him. But Adams surely is going to put this one to rest. It's comfortable for Movistar Koi. And Alan, the threat of the 2-0 is certainly not done.
3D Max might double eco. With their money being out of balance. Let's see. It'll be 2 players on probably Tech 9s. I think credit as well. I think Movistar have kept these anti-ecos really clean during the series. I've been impressed. Okay, time to cook the books, do some creative accounting, we like to call it.
You know what? I'm into it. This is actually turning out to be not a bad buy.
There will be sacrifices.
Yeah, I mean, of course. But considering, this could
they
be
might
worse.
play with pace with the 2 Mac 10s.
If you had like a second Molotov, I would think this was a guaranteed upper hit, and I think it still might be.
I can't
Fast
see the
upper hit.
spawns. If the top spawns are Mac 10s, it's going to be quick. Going through the ramp smoke isn't that scary either. It doesn't meet 1 player. It's an option. But no, it's going to be a default. A little bit slower. Xyz is about to throw the last smoke, and I think it's for the lockers. Have you dropped it? It's not showing on the HUD anymore.
Never feels good when you've got enough utility for 1 execute, and you don't really get anything off of it. Here's that last smoke.
Oh, we
Was
had
in
another
fact
one on the
drop
ground.
There was another one. Okay, they re-smoked the wall, so they wanted to bait out the CT utility that might be bopping the smoke, and now they're going to make the move. They get it 2 players over. Seems like they want to go
Main is
into a secret.
exposed. They don't know it.
This feels like they want to do another lower and ramp split. Monpos has come down to meet, but he doesn't have any utility to stall this out.
They might have no choice. This ramp smoke is causing problems. They might have to end A.
There's still 40 seconds. They can wait it out. Yeah, this is what they want to do. They're going to go through. They're going to go through. They might catch the timing. Adams, I think, is coming back in to reinforce this, but no, the ramp player's dropped. He's thinking the same thing you are, which is that surely there's just not time for this. And actually, this is when they move. 20 seconds, but it's a little disjointed, and now they realize Adams has come back in to reinforce. Still pressure on. WG gone. Second player? No. Mopla doing a great job of staying alive here. From the rat hole, he is a survivor. He claws his way off of the sinking ship of the lower site and claws Movistar Koi onto 8.
Such a good round from WG and Mopos. A really great advertisement for just making a decision and doing stuff with conviction. If WG pulls off here and just focuses solely ramp, he can never work with Mopos. And equally, if Mopos starts flailing around when his teammates dies and just starts playing in the open, it doesn't work. They both play the roles perfectly. Mopos stayed alive so long. And suddenly, from Movistar at times in that first half looking like, you know, we're going to be on Inferno in no time, this is a very even game. And we're asking questions of 3D Max's T side and they're calling. What's their loss bonus? You have to be careful how much you buy now. You have to think about it a bit more on these sort of rounds.
Here we go. 50 seconds. Here's the hit. And into the waiting arms. Mopos burns.
They don't have the bomb.
Well, that does make this really
Adams
awkward.
is the bomb. He doesn't know it, but they have to cross
Right.
him.
This is a disaster now. They could have won. Hell, they could have won. They could have won. They got such a successful take of A. Why didn't they bring the bomb?
Question science can't answer, really.
Oh my goodness.
Has some bizarre moments in this series.
It feels like, I don't know. They're just a little, they're like a certain percentage not dialed in today. It feels like these little moments, mental mistakes, mishaps, confusion, not everybody understanding their position in it, not everything dialed in, but I don't know. It feels like the kind of game you might get at the beginning of an ESL Challenge League season.
I was going to say that. It feels like, you know, when teams play their first series off a player break, and then it's like, oh, it's a bit of a shaky, you know, first map, and the comms are a bit off, but we played this lineup for ages, and 4 of the 5 even longer. Yeah. They can't lose Nuke after being so far up. That'd be a disaster. This is a painful game to watch if you're a 3D Max fan, because they had such a tremendous lead. And now they're on the weaker side. And but we still have some cash.
Stadoto finds the first. And what could be the tipping point of 3D Max into the gutter.
They've left A very exposed. They're playing double lower. Mobos now starts to come back up. He needs to be careful. Ooh, players trying to get into through many. And Mopos isn't up. He's lower. Just is in a world of pain. He's all alone on the side.
He's got the first at least, but that was the low player. Can't do any more. And now they're locked out. Still 2 smokes here, but Mopos takes the initiative, goes up. Be able to hang on. Oh, Stadoto! Stadoto gets up. Stadoto makes it happen. Stadoto leaves?
What's going on?
What? Does he think he's being chased? Now they're not playing together, and Stadoto, I guess, is gonna save? Remaneuver? This is...
I guess he thought he was baiting for Davy G, but they didn't swing off the back of each other at the right timing.
That's a little awkward. Little bit awkward here. Smoke is faded on many, but they're not giving him the fight. And as XSC takes control here, that's the freest kill of his life. Alexa Q yakety sacks on that rotation.
Bizarre round. I guess Mopos is really scared of event dive, but I don't understand how he's invented in the first place. Because they had a teammate in secret. I'm not sure. I can't piece it together. Feels like an apt time for both teams to be taking timeouts. Bracket, so plenty of fear, and as we keep mentioning, the loser of this series takes a big knock to their Pro League chances.
Oh, Adams. Oh, Adams. They have no idea, and I think that kill
What a
from Mopos is
time.
going to further sell it.
What a time to get an entry like that.
The nade is going to be huge, too. Oh, the damage on Joko, but Gravity checks. Huge heads-up play from Gravity. That actually could be the difference between them winning this map or not. If they can seal the deal in this round now. That is... I think Adams would have been the absolute backstab of the century if Graffiti hadn't checked that.
Only a CS left to be played here. Davy G is so alone. He's got to find at least one. He does. Trade is late. Trade is late. Makes it two. He's got some big double kills on the defense in this series. And none potentially bigger than that.
What? How has this swung back the other way?
I have no idea.
Two duels. The op shot
Just
looked
doesn't
on.
know where to play. They've lost so
Possibly.
much of the map.
They know where Davy G is as well. They've got that information. Where's the bomb? Davy G's got it. Just has cleared out the upper sights, and now it is just Gravity, and Gravity is low. He's done work, to be fair. He got the initial lurk outside. He got an extra kill to make this round possible, but it just all might not be for naught.
This doesn't feel winnable, does it? How's he going to get a good duel?
Get for the C4, but that was just
Yeah.
to set up Davy G. He knew he had him on a string. And like a yo-yo, he toys with him. Double digits on. No bomb plant here either. Means now 3D Max have a very tough choice.
Oh, they need a bomb plant so badly. They also are in touching distance of getting a full reset off on Movistar Koi. This is the moment. It's a bit of a lazy clear, isn't it? XC starts looking back too early. How that moment might have cost them. Pause in for Movistar Koi as they see the gravity here. They might not realize just how low the money is. They might be thinking this is going to be a buy round. Or at least a full buy. It won't. It's going to be a half buy. The Frenchman. I've thoroughly enjoyed Davy G's played this series. He's been brilliant.
Yeah, has indeed.
He's been great for this team, honestly. If you, losing an individual and especially a caller of Alex's caliber, you normally think a team is dead. I mean, that is... It's just removing a whole panel from the side of a ship.
Yeah.
Should sink.
Continue to bail it out, though.
To retain a top 30 ranking with that big of a loss is amazing. Especially Martin included. Yeah.
To be fair, they're not right now.
They're not right now, but they were for all of this.
They were. Let's see if they can hang on to it. Let's see if they can rebuild to it. Mopause.
How did XC's TK Jocko?
He did. I thought for a second this was a 3-on-3. Not so much the case.
They
Jocko
got
put
bomb
down
as
by that
well.
Mac 10. Mopause now makes absolutely sure of this. There will be no miraculous eco round here and now. Instead, it's now money building for Movistar Koi. Now finally in the lead after so long down in the dumps. They could be sealing the deal here on Nuke. Just 2 rounds required.
They're in a good place. It's looking good. 3D Max got any pauses left? Because now would be a time. They don't use one. Straight in. Pressure on Maka to make a good call. And it's been a while since we've had a clean opening kill. There you go. There you go. Graffiti presenting an opportunity. Doesn't miss. Very much needed. And now needs capitalized. Crunching on towards inner. And where's the teammates?
Couldn't answer that one. Couldn't answer that one. Exorcist will try at this point.
That felt like they were served up on a platter. To me.
We've had a little bit of that from both sides, frankly, this map.
I know. It's been a 3-course meal this series.
Now it's about recovering that bomb even, and WG does not allow them the possibility. The C4 is well within the grasp of the CT side. WG is going on a walkabout just to figure out where these remaining players actually are. And everybody's looking the wrong way for 3D Max. Graffiti, read like a book. And Koi are now 1 round away from the upper bracket final here in ESL Challenger League Season 47. 1 round away from being 1 step away from the Pro League.
This map was a very different prospect. The first, you know, 3D Max mechanically, individually, were not there on the first half of Anubis. Movistar streaked ahead and I'm not going to say they stumbled over the finish line, but they just sort of went tit for tat and got it done. This Nuke is so different. They went down early. It looked practically over come the half switch. And they win a massive second round. Reset the money. Since then, it's been brilliant. Davy G is a hero. An absolute hero. And what on earth do you do here if you're 3D Max? They've, of course, got to buy. But they surely is lacking. Okay, they've got 4 Galils to at least have util. AK's on the main man.
Adams walks down 1. That might be the first nail in the coffin. 4 more required. But already it's looking dire. Down a man. 2 more smokes. All they've got to their name. And at any moment, it feels like the death blow could be delivered. Nades being exchanged. Joko at least will catch Adams.
Surprised he got a fight there. The smokes, guess they were just blooming.
Seems to be the case. He's down towards lower. That's a threat. They'll have to adjust, but instead of dealing with lower, they're double pushing ramp, and this might work out. It doesn't. Dodo with the catch. Mopause can't hang on, and Ace vulnerable. Just went aggressive as well. Uh-oh. This one's been turned on its head. It felt like it might be settled business. Instead, Dodo's gonna have to keep delivering. Fortunately, he seems to be up to the task. Fortunately, if you're a Movistar fan, at the very least, 3D Max still looking to see if they can't slip this one through. Bomb plant would be a world of difference. Smoke on the mini, they'll plant in front of it. And that's all about the positioning. Stadodo will have to wait out this smoke. Davy G waiting for his comrade. There is 1 more flash, but nothing else to hold off these choke points. It's going to have to be brute force from the side of 3D Max. Guessing with the Molotov. Wrong spot. Stadodo gone. This should be a bang on, but it's not. Davy G right above, but Joko's able to lay him low. 3D Max 1 round away. Just 1 more needed. And we're going to overtime.
Mac has saved them. Categorically. Oh, this is looking like OT now. Is that opener? After Stadodo gets this push, I really thought it was game over. And then they tried to crunch Maka, but they couldn't kill him. Right. Round 24, last of regulation. There's no AWP on the defense. Stadodo doesn't have the big green. Plenty of rifles, but bells and whistles. Adams gets aggressive. Leaf out of Graffiti's book. Opening kill. Big one at that. 3D Max again. Need to survive playing from a deficit. He has no idea.
Indeed. Let's see if they can build. They can meet up with him for sure. Now they're linking up, headed down towards lower. Mopause trying to shut this down en route. The rally has been quick for Movistar, though just still up top, making losing sets of hands now, so it gets harder and harder. They continue to swing. They haven't gotten this bomb down, and it's just going to get more difficult as time goes on. Out of ammo, out of life. It's just on Joko, and Adams will put him away. 13 to 11. Movistar Koi have done it. The 2-0. Finished business, settled on in the upper bracket of ESL Challenger League Season 47, secure.
Ever so close now to the Pro League spot too. If I'm Sinners, I'm nervous. Sinners yet to get the job done in that series either. Yeah, a really excellent display. I thoroughly enjoyed that series from them.